When we wrote Ignorance is Bliss, it satisfied a couple of desires that we all seemed to share as a band at the time. Number one was we were kind of annoyed and depressed with the way we felt punk rock was going in 1998. And we could kind of see the writing on the wall of the tight pants, hair in the face, screamo, emo stuff that was coming down the pike. And we felt a little pigeonholed into our 90s pop punk skater surfer scene and all that. And so we really just jumped in and started writing, and we said, let's not make a punk rock record necessarily, let's just make a record and see how it comes out. We made a record we still think is great and stand behind, but it wasn't a move our fans were willing to take with us, so.
Without naming names, when we turned the first 5 or so song demos into the label that we had been on for our previous record, they weren't with us on it at all. But we realized we were onto some new territory, and it wasn't a real contrived effort. It's just where we were at the time. And we honestly were kind of not even thinking about what the ramifications to the career might be. And yeah, it wound up biting us in the ass and kind of costing us some momentum. But in the long run, it's a record that we're really proud of.
1, 2, 3, 4. Where'd you go so far away? It seems like everybody tried to tell you everything. And who are you? And who are they? It seems like everybody wants to give themselves away. 3 days old anyway. So you're tired and the inspiration's gone away. And where are you? In harm's way. It seems like everything is broken. Feels like I might break on this why do we need to change? We were perfect yesterday. And I was sure that I was who I thought I was. And if you want the truth, then I blame them, I blame you, and I blame myself. Circumstance, I failed to see that I had missed my chance. Without a word to say, I waited as you turned and walked away. And it feels like I might break on this ordinary day. Why do we need to change? We were perfect yesterday. It feels like I might break unlike what a lot of there seems to be a little bit of a trend of acoustic music happening with punk rock bands in recent years, and it maybe is even growing a little bit. And that's cool and everything, but this is a very different kind of spin that we've put on it. And in our typical fashion, we always like to rebel against everything. It seems like we're always on the wrong side of what we should be doing. But this is like our way of doing acoustic music that feels right for us, because I can't see us out there doing Disconnected and I Want and You've Done Nothing and whatnot, like our punk rock stuff in a acoustic way, because the songs just aren't.
They weren't meant to be.
They weren't meant to be acoustic, and they're more visceral and powerful and urgent. And you kind of you got to have the drums and the bass and all that stuff to play those songs properly. So, they just sound a little pedestrian to play acoustic, for lack of a better term. It's just real Ramones-y kind of stuff. And who would want to hear the Ramones acoustic, even if you could now? I mean, they're great, but acoustic would be kind of boring. This one's called The Devil You Know, God Is a Man. God is a man. It's alright, everything is fine. You live the perfect life. Never one immoral thought inside your mind. What they say to make you feel ashamed. Is it everyone the same? Doesn't matter that it wasn't your idea. God is a man, you know for certain. The knowledge and of itself is more than we deserve. So you tried, you made up your mind. Something's still not right. The devil you don't know is still outside. What they say to make you feel ashamed. Is it everyone the same? Doesn't matter that it wasn't your idea. God is a man, you know for certain. The knowledge and of itself is more than we deserve. God is a man, you know for certain. The knowledge and of itself is more than we deserve. What they say to make you feel ashamed. Is it everyone the same? Doesn't matter that it wasn't your idea. God is a man, you know for certain. The knowledge and of itself is more than we deserve. God is a man, you know for certain. Knowledge and of itself is more than we deserve. More than we deserve. More than we deserve. More than we deserve. Well, I uprooted Los Angeles and moved to Nashville about 2 years ago, and it was on the recommendation of an old friend of ours who had done the same thing several years before. And he was singing the praises of how there is definitely a vibrant new music scene here for rock and roll, indie rock. There's some punk rock with Blacklist Royals and some other guys I've met here, and it's just very creative and very supportive, and it doesn't feel competitive in any way to me like so much of LA did.
Yeah.
I know way more musicians and have more musician friends here than I ever had in Los Angeles.
Really?
And I've only lived here for 2 years. So that's what I was looking for, and I hope to continue to meet more new people, and I like the challenge that it brings to become a better songwriter and a better musician by meeting other people that inspire you and challenge you. And that's kind of what I tell people, when they're like, Nashville, what'd you move there? You lived in California, you had the sun and waves and everything. But, the weather's great for a while, but it's not everything. I hear people talking about weather, and I'm like, is that your only basis for where you want to live, that it's 70 degrees all year long? I mean, that's not the whole picture for me.
Try to save my soul, you like, but I'm sure this time